Good evening and welcome to Breaking Views on NDTV. I am Ankit Tyagi. Ladies and gentlemen, the show focus today is going to be Karnataka elections. We will be talking about how a killing that took place in the state of Uttar Pradesh on April 15th in Prayagraj now is finding resonance in the state of Karnataka where polls are due. But before we in fact talk about this story, let's very quickly bring you up to speed with the latest on a news break which has just come in a few hours back. Important story, in fact, terror attack, suspected terror attack as far as this truck, the visuals that you are seeing in Jammu. The sources in fact telling NDTV that this could be a hand grenade handiwork of Pakistan-backed terrorist. In fact, what we know so far that 5 Jawans have been killed in this attack, one of the biggest, in fact, attacks in the recent times that we have seen unleashed on the security forces. So let me very quickly, what you see right now are the visuals, in fact, of when this truck, the army truck, caught fire. The investigating agencies are suspecting that it could be because possibly a hand grenade was thrown or lobbed at this truck. So this happened in the Poonch area of Jammu. Now the army vehicle has completely been burnt. 5 Jawans have lost their lives and 1 is injured at this moment. Very quickly, going across to my colleague Nazir Masoodi, who is joining us with more details on this to get an understanding of what's happening on the ground and the latest on this big story. Nazir, possibly in the recent times, this could be one of the biggest attack as far as the Indian army is concerned, perpetrated by terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir.
Yeah, Ankit, it is the biggest terror attack on army in recent times. And what army has said that it was they were firing on army truck, followed by a likely grenade attack. And the attack has caught fire, in which 5 soldiers have lost their lives. There are other injured have been shifted to hospital. But given our own experience, what we know, and there are similarities between 2 incidents. One, this incident, and last year in May, when there was an attack on a bus carrying Mata Vaishno Devi pilgrims at Katra. There was a sticky bomb attack on it. Initially, it was said it could be some accident, but during the course of investigation, police and the NIA established it was a terror attack, a sticky bomb attack. So that led to, the bus caught fire, in which 4 pilgrims were killed and 20 others were injured. And almost similar incident. Here, the truck in which army soldiers were traveling around at Bimbargali area in Poonch, it had caught fire, in which 5 soldiers have lost their lives and some others are injured. We don't know the number of injured. But this is the biggest terror attack in recent times in an area which has increasingly high on terror radar. Remember, on January 1st this year, there was a major terror attack, targeted attack on Hindu families at Dangri in Rajouri, in which innocent people were killed because of who they are, because of their identity.
Absolutely, targeted killings have been something that the government, Nazir, in Jammu and Kashmir and also at the centre have been facing very tough questions on. But this, in fact, now once again will escalate the tensions between India and Pakistan, though we are not jumping and saying that, or coming to any conclusion, but already sources indicating that this is a terror attack likely which is from Pakistan-based terror groups or Pakistan-backed terror groups, which has been perpetrated on Indian soil. Now, Nazir, thank you for joining us at this moment. Nazir also, in fact, would be getting us the latest from the ground as well. But before I move on, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, because this will once again become, of course, political talking point as well, where the government's claims of terror-free Kashmir will be questioned by the opposition, which have been the recent terror attacks in the last few years. This attack in January 23rd, at least 7 civilians were killed in Rajouri. It was a big one. Civilians were targeted. Twin attacks in Narwal, Jammu that took place, that was in January 23rd. Now, December 2022, security forces have gunned down 4 terrorists as well. But I can't go back in the recent year or two where we have seen such a big terror attack as far as the army is concerned, or the Indian army has been targeted. There have been loss of life in anti-terror operations, but not a targeted killing or an attack on the Indian army. This is a very, very important development which has taken place today in Jammu and Kashmir. All right, let's move on now to our other focus. Let's shift focus to the elections in Karnataka, where Atiq Ahmed, the gangster who was killed in Prayagraj on 15th of this month, has found his name and his entry, as we are calling it. Atiq's ghost has entered the Karnataka polls, and how will it impact the Karnataka polls? We'll discuss that. But before we, in fact, go across, today a tweet, ladies and gentlemen, was put out by BJP's Amit Malviya that stirred the pot as far as Atiq Ahmed is concerned. He attributed a video in which he said that Atiq Ahmed was talking in high praise about one Congress MP, that is Mr. Imran Pratap Ghari, who finds his name in the star campaigners of the Congress party. Now, after this video came out, a full-blown war of words began between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress, in fact, in the state of Karnataka. The BJP took it upon themselves to come out and attack the Congress. Shobha Karantle was fronting this attack, and she said a sympathizer of a mafia is being sent to Karnataka to campaign for the Congress party. Meanwhile, the Congress hit back with their own "Ye Rishta Kya Kehlata Hai." Take a look.
गैंगस्टर आतिक अहमद अशरफ अहमद का वो गुरु मानते थे, भाई बोलते थे। ऐसा इमरान प्रताप गढ़िया कांग्रेस पार्टी से महाराष्ट्र का राज्यसभा का एमपी बनके राज्यसभा में आए, कर्नाटक आए थे। कर्नाटक में हिंदू विरोधी भाषण किया। उन्हें बताया मुसलमान ऐसा लोग है, वो सर झुकाने वाले लोग नहीं है, सिर काटने वाले हैं। ऐसा भाषण इमरान प्रताप गढ़िया कर्नाटक में किया था।
Please read this. In 2008, when there was a no confidence motion against the UPA, the same person, Atiq, was not voting in favor of UPA. His party was voting in favor of UPA, but Atiq was favoring BJP. शोभा जी, ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है?
So now Atiq Ahmed has found his name being mentioned in the politics of Karnataka, where elections are due on 10th and results will be out on 13th. A lot of things would explain this, but primarily, what explains getting a gangster, dragging his name, putting out these pictures at a time when possibly all political parties say that they are talking about development, their vision for the state? Very simple explanation to this, ladies and gentlemen, and I would just want to play a graphic for you for that understanding what is happening there. I think it's a battle between polarization and appeasement, and how that is playing out is what we would like to talk about at this moment. Take a look at this. These are some of the issues and words that are being used in the battle of Karnataka. Hijab, the agenda seems to be polarization. Hijab finds its mention. Halal meat finds its mention. Beef ban finds its mention there. You would also see, in fact, other words such as Tipu Sultan versus Savarkar. We will investigate the madrasas. There is also calls for specific boycott of the Muslim communities. Love jihad, as I said, Tipu versus Savarkar. And now, final entry to this has been Atiq Ahmed. This entire Chakravyuh, as it is called in Hindi, is the Chakravyuh of the polarizing agenda. And that's what possibly where Atiq and his mention helps political parties in the state of Karnataka. But why is it that there is a need, or the full-blown war which is going on in the state of Karnataka using these polarizing words? Because on one hand, it's trying to polarize or get the majority community under the banner against the minority community. On the other, the Muslim factor or the minority factor votes, how much of importance are they as far as elections are concerned? And possibly that is why Imran Pratapgarhi finds his name in the star campaigners list of the Congress party and not Sachin Pilot. So the census 2011 says pegs 13% Muslim population in the state of Karnataka, 30 seats in the state of Karnataka with more than 20% Muslim populations. Very quickly, I would also like to tell you what happened in the state in the year 2018 when the elections took place. Out of the 30 seats, Congress, BJP both won 14-14. JDS plus BSP won 2. So this is how the division in those seats where Muslim population ranges between 20% to above 30%. Now, we'll just put out a map as well, the regions and where these constituencies are stacked up. The fact is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. On one hand, there is hope that you would be able to get these communities to come behind you, a particular party. On the other hand, other party is hoping that the polarizing agenda would be all encompassing, and that's why I keep throwing these words of Atiq and everything else in the election misc. Let's very quickly begin our discussion and go across to our guests on the broadcast. As far as this is concerned, Sanjay Jha is joining us, former spokesperson of the Congress party, now in the capacity of a political analyst. We are also being joined by Vijay Prasad, BJP spokesperson Karnataka. Sugata Srinivasa Raju, senior journalist, author, is also with us. And we also have Professor Gaurav Ballabh, spokesperson of the Congress party, who was in fact taking on the BJP today as far as this is concerned. Gaurav Ballabh, I would request you to begin and answer if BJP puts out, and it's a video, Gaurav, that the Bharatiya Janata Party has put out where Mr. Atiq Ahmed is singing praises as far as Imran Pratapgarhi is concerned, clearly establishing some sort of a relation between the two. How damaging is this?
See, Ankit, I had a very, primarily I will ask two questions. My first question is the NDTV report. This is your own channel's report that Atiq, when he was the member of parliament, was voting in favor of BJP and against the UPA government, defying his own party's whip. What is the relationship of BJP and Atiq? Means he is a member of parliament of some other party, but he is defying the whip and voting in favor of BJP and against the UPA government. ये रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है? Second thing, I'm showing you another photograph, and I request you to show this photograph to all Indians. The gentleman who is with Atiq, he is the UP's cabinet minister, Nan Gopal Nandi, who is a NRI minister of the Uttar Pradesh. What is the relationship? Can BJP answer about those questions?
Right.
So,
okay.
Now, what is the problem that BJP can't have any answer to their 40% corruption? There is a rate card here. You will be surprised.
No, but Gaurav Ballabh, those questions are for the BJP to answer. And we have a BJP spokesperson to answer that. What are the photographs doing with Atiq Ahmed? But the fact remains, sir, what about, why don't you answer about the relationship with Mr. Atiq Ahmed with Imran Pratapgarhi? Don't you think it is going to damage the Congress party in the elections?
There is no relationship, there is nothing, and the photographs which they are showing is before the Imran joined Congress party. But what about this? He was a MLA. Right now he is the minister. And इस हंसी में हजार चीजें छुपी हुई है.
Okay, let me take that.
मुस्कुराहट बहुत कुछ बता रही है.
Let me take that. Gaurav Ballabh, you're a smart spokesperson trying to deflect it. Let me take this to Vijay Prasad of the BJP. Mr. Prasad, while you show a video, the Congress is now, and this is what Gaurav Ballabh is asking by showing you that picture with a minister in Uttar Pradesh. So what are you playing at?
So, Ankit, serial number 37 of the star campaigner list of Congress, where the infamous name Imran Pratapgarhi is listed. who became famous with his infamous shairis, saying Muslims must kill 4 to 6 persons before dying. One of the shairis says, जो हिटलर की चाल चलेगा वो हिटलर की मौत मरेगा. And he goes on to say, वहां जुल्म इसलिए क्योंकि ज्यादा तदद मुसलमानों की है. That means atrocities are inflicted since the majority population is Kashmiri. In Kashmir are Muslims. Time and again we are saying कांग्रेस का हाथ गद्दारों के साथ. Congress is champion and has history of.
But Mr. Prasad, what about the BJP का minister का हंसी with the Atiq Ahmed? तो कांग्रेस का हाथ गद्दारों के साथ. What is he doing with gaddars? Is the BJP going to take action against him as well?
See, Nandagopal Nandi is a sitting legislator of Uttar Pradesh. So people come and take photos with him. Did Nandagopal Nandi did call someone a don turned a criminal as bad? No, he did not call anyone a bad.
Come on, Mr. Prasad. Sanjay Jha.
I would like to go on to add. Ankit, I would like to say Congress ka bhai Atiq. Congress ka bhai
Okay, sir.
Afzal Guru.
Sir, you will have a lot of opportunity. Elections are in Karnataka to campaign and raise these slogans. But Sanjay Jha, would this be believable when the BJP spokesperson? Sir, hold on. Will this be believable when the BJP spokesperson said that a sitting minister meets a lot of people and there is truth in that? But somebody like Atiq Ahmed, everybody in Uttar Pradesh, they don't know him after his death. He was known for the last 40 years in the state of Uttar Pradesh. Sir, hold on. Let Sanjay Jha respond. Mr. Prasad, let's not do, Mr. Prasad, okay. Hold on, Mr. Prasad, let's not do the usual BJP spokesperson tricks here, sir. One by one, I'll ask the question, you'll answer the question, and I'll go to my other guest. Sir, don't confuse this with any other channel, sir. I respectfully asked you a question. Sir, I respectfully asked you a question. You responded. Let me get my other guest in. It is not...
Are DJ Haldi and KJ Haldi perpetrators. Congress ka bhai cooker blast perpetrators.
Mr. Prasad, I know you have worked on your Hindi very hard today, but I'm sure you understand English, sir. That's why I'm asking you. Take a breath, have some water. I asked you a question, you responded. Okay, and then I will come back to you. If you make it difficult, it will be difficult for me to come back to you for any response, sir. Thank you. Let me get Sanjay Jha on this. Sanjay Jha, you heard the question. Please go ahead.
Ankit, let me tell you, the people of Karnataka deserve to be respected. This gentleman interrupting and not even allowing a conversation to happen, that is the problem with this authoritarian government and a sectarian government. I can tell you in short, the reason why Karnataka is developed, the reason why Bengaluru is called the Silicon Valley.
Mr. Prasad, he did not interrupt you. Please extend the same courtesy to other guests. Please don't force me to put your audio down, sir. I don't like doing this. I'm requesting you humbly, don't interrupt your other guests. They did not interrupt you when you were speaking. Thank you, Sanjay. Please continue.
People are siding with the, how do you expect me to sit quiet? Of course I go and defend my country.
In short, this may be a 40% commission government, but it is 100% communal government, that's without doubt. And I'm glad when you played out the graphics in the beginning to show how the entire conversation is on hijab and hilal, etc. And it's not working in Karnataka. I can tell you this: the people of Karnataka are savvy, they're smart, they're intelligent. And I think at the end of the day, they understand what's good in terms of governance, and they do know that they deserve much better than the extremely corrupt and incompetent government of Mr. Bomai and the people before him. I think the real leadership of the BJP in Karnataka, if you look at it, Ankit, are people, all of them are tainted, whether it's Mr. Yadurappa, Mr. Ishwarappa, who's now decided not to contest. Then you have Mr. Virupakshappa, who was found along with his son with 8 crores of cash. So Sanjay, this is a government where the people of Karnataka have already decided to vote out. But most important point.
I'm coming to you. Sanjay, I'm coming back to you. Let me get Mr. Srinivasa Raju on this. Sir, when you hear this conversation, won't we be also naive not to think that polarization or religious matters do work in elections. We have seen in many elections before Karnataka as well. And in your view of what you are hearing right now, is it a desperate attempt to try and polarize, deflect attention from what the current government is facing?
Thank you, Ankit. I think, I'm really surprised that this whole issue has got the prime time attention of a national television channel. Because, I can speak from the ground that there's absolutely no resonance for this issue in Karnataka. And Karnataka, the Bommai government tried all kinds of tricks to communalize and polarize and do all sorts of things from 21 July onwards. But I think in the last 6 to 7 months, they have come back to the caste identity issues and they've been working on quotas and stuff like that. So in the last 1 week, in fact, I can understand their desperation because in the last 1 week, they've had very bad headlines in Karnataka. People, moving out of their party, a lot of, senior leaders quitting the party and a lot of rebellion. Something that is not associated with the BJP at all has been happening in Karnataka. And I think this is about managing the headline. And if you are speaking about Imran Pratapgarhi, who's not even a Kannadiga and who may probably address 1 or 2 meetings and trying to make him the central issue in an election, which is just about beginning, I think it only shows the desperation of the BJP. And one other thing, the Congress spokesperson was speaking about the voting that happened during the vote of confidence. There's another aspect. If you are making associations like this, then there is also the Apna Dal, which is now currently aligned with the NDA government. And this Atiq Ahmed had contested, was also a president of that party at one point of time.
But do you recall fact or these visuals, do they actually work? And that is what you were explaining very well, that there is no resonance, at least of this issue on the ground at this moment. But Gaurav, may I ask you, it's a legitimate question to ask. When you have spokespersons like Sachin Pilot, he's a charismatic young leader, may have fallen out of favor as far as the Congress party's current regime is concerned. But the fact is, you give preference to somebody like, some other people or even Imran Pratapgarhi, who is now embroiled in this controversy over Sachin Pilot. What explains that?
Ankit, I can tell you that Pilot Saab is going to come and campaign for the Congress party. My name is also not there in star campaigner. Am I not the campaigner for the party? Mr. Pilot's name, Sachinji's name is there in the star campaigner list in the Jalandhar bypoll. My name is also there. My name is not there in Karnataka. Am I not answering your questions? So saying this, all these things are just trying to divert. I am asking a very principal question and short and sweet. You might have heard about the bottle openers. You might have heard about the box openers. You might have heard about the carrot openers. But there is, in our country, there is a person whose name is emergency gate opener. Why his name is not there? The emergency gate opener, Mr. Tejasvi Surya's name is not there in the star campaigners list. Is BJP going to drop him? Why BJP is not having the name of Ghulam Saab? Because BJP had one sympathizer in the form of Ghulam. Why BJP is not having the name of Jyotiraditya Scindia? Why BJP is not having the name of Jatin Prasad, RPN Singh, whom they think that they are the stars of the world, self-acclaimed campaigners stars? Why they are not there? So the people who are asking this question, please think, please, I am having full sympathy on this emergency gate opener. Please help him, because BJP is going to bury him like Ishwarappa. Before next election, he will also write a letter that I don't want to contest the election.
Let me get a response. Let me get a response on this
in the current assembly.
Let me get a response on this from Mr. Vijay Prasad. Multiple things have been said, Mr. Prasad, and I want your response on both of them. I'll give you uninterrupted time, sir. Why, as the Congress spokesperson is saying, you don't even have Tejasvi Surya, who's a member of parliament from Bengaluru, in your star campaigners list, and you are pointing out fingers at the Congress party star campaigner list, and also respond to what Mr. Srinivasa Raju said, that this issue is desperation of the BJP.
No. See, if we are so desperate, actually, who is desperate, more desperate? Congress is more desperate by bringing in a person who has got close association with a Don and a dreaded criminal who was killed last week. And Gaurav Vallabh is, I think, about Tejasvi Surya. Do you think Tejasvi Surya is sitting idle? And just because his name is not there on the star campaign, that means he's not campaigning. Sir, he has got 8 assembly constituencies and where he's concentrating and helping all the candidates in his assembly constituencies in the upcoming elections. He's campaigning there. He's already campaigning there. He has already hit the road. Unlike Rahul Gandhi, who is running from port to port to get out of his way.
Okay. I'm completely, gentlemen, because you understand we had a very important news right at the beginning. Yeah. Sanjay Jha, in conclusion, very quickly, is these narratives, will the Congress party, by responding to it, will they get embroiled, and will they, is it also an attempt for the Congress to lose focus on what they have been doing so far in the state of Karnataka?
Ankit, I'm telling you with full kind of responsibility here, that the people of Karnataka has just seen what happened at Prayagraj the other day. I mean, that was a manifestation of the ultimate banana republic that India is becoming. And they do not want that kind of governance here in Karnataka. They know Karnataka is a critical, crucial state for India.
Right.
It's not just the tech revolutions that have happened there. It's one of the most economically developed states. It's got its challenges. Right. And I don't think they want to see the BJP governance model, which has been evident in Prayagraj over the last couple of days, has made India look embarrassed, happen in Bangalore and Karnataka.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. I would have loved to discuss this further, but important news had come in on the top and we lost some time there. But thank you for joining us and sharing your views on this very important topic. You'll keep hearing a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a poll-bound state. But always be wary when issues which matter to you, which will improve your daily life, if they are put on the back burner and anything else comes as a smoke screen. Be very careful about that. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.